Country singer Alana Springsteen shares Kenny Chesney's advice that's stuck with her: "I'll never forget." Alana Springsteen released her debut album, 20-something, last month, also opened up about her full-circle connection to Luke Bryan. Country singer Alana Springsteen revealed the unforgettable advice that Kenny Chesney gave her before she launched her career. In an interview with SSN 24, the 22-year-old musician, who released her debut album, 20-something, last month, recalled that she had gotten advice from so many of my heroes, but some words of wisdom from Chesney stood out. "I'll never forget talking to him backstage at his show," Springsteen remembered. "One of the things he told me was like, don't be in a rush. It's so easy to get ahead of yourself and kind of like want that instant gratification, that instant success." She continued, "But he was like, build it like this. Start at this core group and one step at a time, take it to the next level and carry your fans with you. And that has stuck with me, and I think that's the most meaningful way to build something," Springsteen added. "To really take your time and just not get too caught up in like that instant, like getting to the top. It's so easy to do that with the virality of everything. And you can be successful overnight. But for me, it's about building it the right way and doing it with just meaning and intentionality." Springsteen also opened up about life on the road with another one of my heroes, Luke Bryan. The "Goodbye Looks Good on You" singer, who opened for Bryan during his Country on Tour last summer, explained how the two previously shared a special connection. "It was very full circle to get to tour with him because when I was 10 years old, I got to tour the Grand Ole Opry for the first time," she said. "It was before I ever moved to Nashville, and I was sitting on the pews on the stage. Luke was one of the people playing that night, and he played 'Rain is a Good Thing' and just lit the place." She continued, "It inspired me so much, and when I found out that I was getting to make my Grand Ole Opry debut, he was the one that FaceTimed me out of the blue. We had never talked before. I get this call, and it's Luke on the other end, and I'm like, 'What are you doing?' 'Like what?' And he was like, 'Alana, I wanted to be the one to tell you that you're making your debut on your birthday.' And it just made it so much more meaningful," Springsteen recalled. "And then getting to tour with him, like sitting side stage every day watching him play 'Rain is a Good Thing,' I'm like, what is life? It's just so many full-circle moments." On October 18, 2022, Springsteen celebrated two major milestones as she made her debut at the Grand Ole Opry on her 22nd birthday and announced that she had signed a recording deal with Columbia Records New York and Sony Music Nashville. During her interview with SSN 24, Springsteen recalled the career advice that Bryan gave her on his tour bus. He was like, "It's so easy to get in your head and focus on kind of the smallest minute details and kind of get in your own way and get caught up in like, oh, man, I didn't sound my best tonight. I don't feel my best, I'm tired," all of this, Springsteen remembered. But he's like, "The most important thing is just having fun, being grateful for where you're at and having fun. Being present. And that's all. That's something that will stick with me forever. So I've gotten a lot of advice, and I'm just grateful for my heroes pouring back into me. It's amazing." Bryan is well known for his love of practical jokes, which Springsteen said she experienced firsthand while on tour. "Man, I feel like it was a constant stream of pranks with him," she said. "He's the kind of guy that will always keep you on your toes. We just had the best time," she added. "And he is the most genuine person ever. Him and his entire squad just made us feel like family." On August 18, Springsteen debuted her first studio album, 20-something, and she will embark on a 15-date tour in support of the album in October. The singer told SSN 24 that the album's title track was inspired by a songwriting session during which she was asked about the one song that she could write to sum up where she was at in her life and what she wanted to say to the world. "The idea that kept spinning in my head was this idea. I had 20-something and I had been sitting on it for several months," she recalled. "And I don't think I had the guts to write it until this day, but it was just the perfect group, and we all just started sharing our stories of being in your 20s. She continued, "And I'm only 2 years into my 20s, but it's been a roller coaster. It's been like the highest highs, the lowest lows and everything in between. And after writing the song, it just felt like a weight was lifted off my chest, and it really framed what I had been writing for.